A freshman at Geneseo State College, Kevin was watching television with friends when, without warning, his heart stopped beating.
It was a Monday night. We were watching 24, and Oill was with me. All of a sudden, he, like, fainted. Out of nowhere, he just fell on top of me, fainted. He wasn't, like, saying, like, there's something wrong with my heart, like, something, I'm in pain or anything like that. Just mid-conversation, just dropped to the floor.
Kevin Oill had been struck down by a deadly electrical malfunction of the heart that claims over 300,000 lives a year in the United States. Sudden cardiac arrest. Among its victims, college basketball star Hank Gathers. When the heart's electrical signals go haywire, the heart pumps erratically. Blood stops flowing. The body starves for oxygen. But the heart just quivers, unable to organize itself, useless at pumping blood. Doctors call this electrical storm ventricular fibrillation. They also call it the death rhythm. Without help, victims have less than 10 minutes to live. Hank Gathers didn't survive. He was 23. Kevin Oill was just 18.
There was no life in his eyes. They were almost rolled back in his head. He was gasping for air.
This is 911. Can I help you?
I just called because one of my friends, he was just standing in the doorway.
Okay.
He fell on top of me. I thought he was just kidding around, but he's not.
His brain isn't getting oxygen. Nothing in his body is getting oxygen. So we know, like, we have to start CPR or, he'll start getting brain damage. His tissue will start dying.
Luckily for Kevin, his friends knew what to do. They were volunteer emergency medical personnel.
He's taking a fall. He's taking a fall.
Do you know what's the problem?
I honestly do not. He said, whoa, and fell.
Okay.
I am an EMT, and I've never seen this before.
Is he breathing normally?
He is not breathing normal. He is giving a gasping breath.
Every other second, he's like, maybe a long pause, and then he'd be like, and that's it.
We're having difficulty.
Okay, what floor are you guys on?
We're on the second floor at the moment.
Second floor. Okay.
Please hurry.
Kevin's heart had not been pumping for nearly 10 minutes. CPR was the only thing keeping his brain cells from dying. John Berardi was a freshman emergency on-campus volunteer. It was his first night as crew chief.
When I assessed for a pulse on Kevin, I didn't feel anything. His eyes were fixed, just lifeless. It just looked like there was a shell of a body just laying on the floor, and it wasn't him.
When Berardi arrived on the scene, all he knew was that a student was having trouble breathing. But he pulled from his truck an automated external defibrillator, or AED.
I grabbed it. I had some feeling that I should just take it with me. Something in me said, grab this AED.
Once the heart begins to quiver in ventricular fibrillation, over 90% of those stricken die. The only treatment is to defibrillate the heart with a powerful electric charge, shocking it into a complete standstill. Once stopped, the heart has a chance to reset itself and start again, in rhythm.
So we applied the pads, turned the AED on, and I pushed the shock button. I watched as the machine shocked him, and it was just a very small twitch. It just did one of those, and that was it. We shocked him, felt that sigh of relief. And at that point, I think it really hit me that he really was dead at one point. My fraternity brother saved my life. If I had been in my dorm room all alone, I would have had the attack and I would have just died there, because nobody would have been there to see me at all. I never really thought about my heart really much at all. I played soccer almost my entire life, up until college. I played basketball too, and I did all this stuff, and never once did I ever have like any kind of attack or anything like that. You go through your entire life thinking you're fine, and then this happens. It's just a complete shock.
There is no cure for Kevin Oill's heart defect. Every heartbeat could lead to another arrest. Those who have been struck down by long QT are likely to be hit again.
Yeah, they're so fun to take off.
But there is help. Once, Kevin's friends saved his life with a defibrillator. Now, he takes one with him wherever he goes.
Your heart's great.
But this defibrillator is the size of a cell phone.
Just sit up for me.
It is implanted in his chest, just below the left collarbone. Should his heart's rhythm fall into chaos again, the device is designed to fire automatically and shock him back to life.
The implantable defibrillator, implantable cardioverted defibrillator, ICD, is an incredible device that treats the fast heartbeats, stops them, and reverts the patient back to a normal rhythm. Patients now have an umbilical cord attached to medical therapy that they know will prevent them from having sudden death.
Have you had any problems at all, Kevin?
No.
No chest pain, shortness of breath? Machine has...
It's like having an emergency room implanted in your chest.
Everything is okay?
Haven't had any what?
No one's hit you there? Or...
No.
Modern devices, like Kevin Oill's defibrillator, also keep a record of each irregular heart rhythm on a tiny chip.
January 12th, February 23rd.
The machine has picked up possible arrhythmia. Have you felt anything?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to see what's in here.
Okay.
Kevin's doctors can analyze his abnormal heartbeats months later.
The one on January 12th was for 1 minute.
Are you working out at all?
A little bit.
Yeah. These are probably from your exercise.
Okay.
And they just represent normal beats.
With long QT syndrome, the condition haunting the Oill family, this information is particularly vital. Long QT takes its name from the waves on the electrocardiogram. Each wave is given a letter marking a specific electrical activity. P indicates the sinus node starting the heartbeat. QRS is the electrical wave powering the squeeze of the lower chambers. T maps the electrical recovery or recharge of the heart as it prepares to beat again. In long QT patients, the time between the Q and the T, between the heart's electrical discharge and recharge, takes longer than it should.
Everything is in the timing. If the recovery hasn't taken place, you're now having the next beat falling on an incompletely recovered electrical activity. And that's what gives rise to extra heartbeats and then dangerous heartbeats.